All right, welcome to another episode from the Chart Readers. We are continuing our EV sector review, looking at Lucid and ChargePoint. Clearly, the Saudi news was the biggest movement on this thing, and it's just, for lack of words, gone horizontal on it, right? But we'll get into the details shortly, real quick. What are we going to do today? Same thing we always do, right? We'll take a look at the daily and the weekly to see how things are shaping up short term, okay? We have our 5 moving averages, these horizontal support and resistance lines I do draw manually myself. And then when we're done up here, we'll use the MACD, RSI, and volume as our lower indicators. Honestly, it looks like I'll be drawing some new lines, so let me just kind of delete the ones we have. That's only these two. Interesting. Yeah, we'll draw a couple new lines. So look, really quickly, right? Obviously, it doesn't take much technical analysis to know this was the biggest day, right? Huge spike in volume. I often say if you're going to get a big spike, you got to hold volume the next couple days, right? This is the last thing I want to see, right? Interest peak and then just quickly fade away, right? Obviously, this looked nice, but obviously in comparison, still nothing, right? So look, on the technical side, breaks the 8 and the 20 right here, gets a nice right up, breaks the 50 right here, clearly breaks the 100 right here. Not the best confirmation, but not the worst confirmation, right? Roughly this is about 50% candle, right? And all these days, I mean, these are, for lack of words, dojis, right? There are no, this is the first significant candle, and it's kind of saying, hey, we're going under a little bit, right? But there are no big candles because, again, everyone's just kind of waiting to see what's going to happen. Is there going to be more Saudi news? Are they actually going to pull the trigger? Are they going to say, hey, no, it was fake? Are they going to say, hey, we're actually looking at other ones too, right? Again, I have no idea why they're looking at Lucid over Polestar, or, versus Mullen, right? Like, I don't. I know Lucid's a little bigger in LA. I'll say that much. I think there are actually dealerships in LA. I know I've seen some of these cars. It's they're I don't know how real this is. And I really think the market's kind of saying the same thing, right? Big pop, horizontal weight, little loss of interest, but not enough confirmation to really say, okay, I'm over, right? Because the last thing someone wants is just for it to drop and then the Saudis say, hey, all right, let's do it. And then it flies, right? So this uncertainty really screams a lot to me. But we are definitely roughly below 50% candle. We've been well below the 8 moving average for a number of days. Are we over the 20? Yeah, it looks like we're over the 20 by a penny. All right, so at least we got back over it. But yeah, it's been a while, right? And ultimately, look, 1, 2, 3, 4, we have 5 moving averages going horizontally. This is a horizontal cluster, and we're actually, give or take, right in the middle, if not like the sub-middle, right? Because this is obviously the top, this is the bottom. This will fly if it breaks this. This will die if it loses this, all right? And I'm going to draw a couple lines on the weekly, but real quick, this is going to be an important one. You got to know when you're over that candle. And then this is going to be an important one. I do not want to go under that. And then look, ultimately, this horizontal is pretty much right on the 50. So I don't need another line in between those. And then I'd like to know what's above that on the weekly real quick. So yeah, for sure, that's an important line on the weekly. And then really it's this 15 right here. So it's the bottom of that guy. Okay, interesting. We'll use that exactly. I think that's a good line to put. So cool. That's right on the 200 right there. No, that doesn't even actually work. So we're going to go ahead and delete that one. And then, so after this, yes, the top of this guy right here. So we'll use this bad boy right here. So that's roughly what it's looking like. Yeah, if you can break this top right here, sorry to move that. If you can break 1290, you're probably going to go to right around there, right around 1433. If you break 1433, there's a couple places it might hit. Maybe that's 1670, roughly 17, and then maybe something around here around 18. But yeah, I can actually see a pretty nice move from here all the way up there. So yeah, I like these lines. And then again, obviously, these would be bad. And look, if you lose this line right here, this is essentially a green that'll quickly, this red got filled by this green that might lose red right here. You know what I mean? So I'll draw this one too. That might be able to stop any drop under the 52. I'll take that as well. Okay, cool. I think this is pretty good for Lucid. Again, I am not here to give you my political opinion, religious opinions, or anything like that on the Saudis, right? But Saudi money makes this world go round. And if those people are going to put their money on these four letters, oh my gosh, that better make your ears perk, okay? You can say whatever you want after market ends, but when market is open, yeah, if they're making a move, it's way more important than, someone like me or probably like you, no offense, right? So just remember that money makes the world go around, and if you can, find where it's going, yeah, put your chips in their chips too. Why not, right? So, hey, charge point, interesting chart here, right? So first thing that jumps out, 1, 2, 3, 4, all 5 moving averages. They've pretty much been together for a while, and this thing is now just going in a horizontal cluster, right? We for sure filled that entire thing, right? Actually, pretty quickly as well. So beautiful if you were able to make that. From there, yeah, it just pretty much went horizontal. And why? Because look, when you have two major lines that close to each other, it's a hard thing, right? Because right when you break this one, you're immediately faced with literally like the Bowser of the Mario game, right? The last boss before, it's all good, right? So these two lines, yeah, they might not have been like literally clustered like that, but that's way too close. You want some better spacing, right? So it definitely makes sense. I'm surprised it actually got as high as it did, but yeah, made its way to the middle, back down, to the top, back down, to the top, right? And today was a good candle, that's for sure, right? We actually, for lack of words, use this 50 to bounce up and get over all 3 lines, right? And it's been a number of days under the 8. So tomorrow's confirmation is going to matter a lot, but did we break that? What did that close at? 12.16? Ah, man, we're at 12.15. That kind of sucks. I'd probably set my alert at 12.45. That might be a little high, though. I guess I'd consider an entry. What does this look like? Okay, that might be the best entry point if you're not in this already. 12.24. Again, for me, I would wait till the day ends and hopefully it closes around here, and then it should be a good ride from like 12.40 all the way up to 13.14. But if this thing does open up here, 12.25, yeah, 12.25 could be a decent entry if you're not already in it, right? I'm not going to draw any new lines because, again, all I really care about is if you can break this one, you fly. If you lose this one, you die. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I don't think that there's too much more to do here. Let me look at the weekly real quick. Man, there's a lot of lines here. All right, let's go ahead and delete these lines and just kind of start from scratch here as well. We'll do this real quick. Remove all the lines. This actually looks pretty important because it looks like it hits the bottom. Yeah, I'll take that right there. Again, I'll probably move it as, why is it doing this? That's actually the second time it didn't delete all my lines. I'm going to just delete them all. And then again, if we have to redraw them, we draw them. So this one's off the weekly. Let's take, oh yeah, I'm not going to draw that. We're already in the thick of that. So cool. Okay, no need for that. Let me just zoom out a little bit. So we're for sure going to put, well, I'm going to put it on the bigger candle, not the actual bottom candle. And then, yeah, maybe you can stop it a little bit. Otherwise, yeah, if it loses this, it's going to be a pretty quick fall down to there for sure, for sure. And then what happens if you break this? Where are we? Okay. What does that look like? I mean, it's not that much, but it is something. So that's going to be a little baby one. But yeah, ultimately, I would see that probably being the harder resistance if I had to guess. So look, again, break it and fly, lose it and die, and nothing needs to be drawn in the middle because that green could be red, right? So that is why there isn't an extra line there. But charge point, again, was able to fill this. I said it on another stock. I don't remember which one it was, but if this was more painful, if this was just red, which again, we've actually seen on a number of stocks versus this like kind of horizontal, here's the one big drop that you can fill easy. It would have moved a lot better. And then again, I talk about the lines stacked with each other, right? you got to see how those stack, and then you kind of use that as your gauge. But hey, I hope you're learning. I sincerely want to know if you disagree. I promise you, I'm very open to different opinions. But I enjoy your support. Thank you so much.